Hello, welcome to the armored spider skip tutorial. I'm going to show you how to either get to this screen or just a little bit afterwards. I'll show all variations I can of this skip. It's a little bit complicated how it works, and a few of the variations that can happen. I'll try to cover everything as I can. But without further ado, let's go. Okay, so before I, actually do the skip, I'm gonna quickly show you how to get there to the specific spot. If you're not quite paying attention where you're at, it might be a little hard to see exactly where you're at. Well, to get to the spider skip. So I'm gonna quickly show you that first. Oh, I should probably mention again, this is on emulator. It is a little bit variable depending on your entire setup. Again, this skip is very complicated. I'll try to discuss everything I can, covering all the versions you can do. Oh, I should definitely say right now, this is not possible in 60 FPS or above, or I don't know, just lower FPS, a higher FPS rather. At the moment, we have no way to find out how to do it. So, we haven't found a way to do it. So, if we have, I'll update this or put a video somewhere tagged to this as well. But at the moment, there is no physical way to do the skip in 60 FPS, and that is because your roll and hang time in the air is lessened. It is cut in half because of the way the physics is tied to frame rate. Just like DSFX for Dark Souls 1, if you jump or roll, your hang time is cut in half. So you just can't physically make it out of bounds at the moment. If we one day find a way to do that, that'll be awesome. Sorry about the flare, but at the moment there's not. Okay, so anyway, I will discuss console and 30 FPS differences in a moment. But so yeah, we made it all the way up here. You want to go up here and then either run off or roll here. Either one will do. And this is the out of bounds segment. So this, I want to say, like past here is where you want to focus your attention. Let's see how I do this the first time, because I think I'm gonna, okay, no, I did the most typical way that you would normally do the spider skip. You clip to the world, land on nothing, and you have to reload. Okay, now there's two things that could happen. One, you land on top of a tunnel, which will actually be part of 2-1, and be stuck there. I'll try to do that actually. Here, so we are now in 2-1. I have no idea how this works in a logical sense. I don't think this is supposed to be here in the map design. But anyway, I mean, we're our best. We shouldn't take it too seriously. The armored spider is over there. If I get closer, maybe you can see it. I don't think so. I thought you'd maybe be able to load it. Oh no, I think just the whole area is loaded. So, yeah, so armored spider is over there. This is like that first part, like the archstone would be right there. This is where you go left to go to like the those carriages over there or whatever, carts. And then this is the way to flame liquor while doing drop downs. There's lizard, This is where we're at physically right now. There is no way, as far as we know, to get off of this tunnel like this. There's just invisible walls all over the place. And I don't blame them. You're not supposed to be here. So I don't believe there's a way to actually get off of here and back in there. For now. Hint. So if you get in the situation, only option now is to die. But be very careful how you die, because there is one way you can softlock yourself, and you can only get off of it by turning off your system, your console, or your emulator. That would be if you fall off of this tunnel, but you're doing like that, like, how do you even describe it? You're doing like a fall, like your back is facing down, and you're just like kind of like your arms are, you're going wild. You're falling with your back pointed down. If you get that animation and don't land on anything that can stop you, you're gonna be stuck there falling for eternity. I have a very funny clip of this happening, which I unfortunately had to take down from Twitch because the MCA memes from a couple months ago. I'll show that now. So yeah, it's hilarious, but if you're actually trying to do runs and you know aren't in the mood to get softlock, try to avoid that. The main way to get that to happen is if you get hit by those like exploding carts in the back and then fall off. I think that's the way that you can get stuck doing that. But yeah, anyway, so just avoid that. Only thing you need to do, roll off. Depending on where you roll off, your death may be faster. Yeah, okay, so oh, never mind, I didn't. Okay, so I actually hit something that will load in later. That make my death faster, and I just landed here. If you don't land on anything, you'll just keep falling for a little while, but because you're not in that fall animation, you're like in that back down, you will eventually, the game will eventually kill you on its own, just because you've lost footing for a long time. Very good programming, actually, I would say so. That just means that you can't fall infinitely and be stuck there, because I don't think you can even menu or something. Or no, you actually can menu. You can't menu if you are doing that back against the you know, to the floor. You can't menu them, so that's why you're actually soft locked, so you can't even open a menu. If you're doing the other fall like normal, you actually can menu, as we did earlier. But if you're stuck in top of the tunnel, you actually don't want to die. This is what happens if you do die. You end up behind Armored Spider. If you want to kill him, you go for it. You have sticky white stuff, use it. At this point, dupe it if you need to. And then, you know, you will, you know, you will still have skipped a level, but you do have this nuisance that is Armored Spider to deal with if you do that. Okay, I guess now I'll show you the proper way that was found long ago to do the spider skip. So, be with you in a few minutes. Okay, that was a little spooky, but now that we're past them, past the enemies and stuff, let me just try to do the other method. The more traditional way to do the Armored Spider skip. This is what runners will mostly do. Especially if they have a hard drive on the PS3 still. I'll explain why that matters in a little bit. Please fall. Just fall anywhere. There. Okay, so you need to reload one time. That's your first reload. On the second reload, what you want to do is you want to hit, instead of landing on top of the tunnel of where you were before, you want to land on the like cusp of it, like in the corner, but only touch it. Not enough to land on it, just enough to touch it and then fall off. Hopefully you get it now. I think we should. Nope. Okay, one more reload. One more time. This is definitely weird not doing it at speedy. Whenever I try to do something intentionally in runs, it doesn't usually work, so. Yeah. There you go. So you touch the corner. You will even hear yourself like if you're in body form, you'll hear yourself touch it. But I'm soft form. And then after that, reload. And then you'll start falling infinitely. Reload one more time and you're done. You are past Armored Spider. You don't have to fight it at all. You can go in there if you need to for whatever reason. But you're past Armored Spider. This is the way the skip is normally done with the most standard setups. Now let's discuss what happens if you have an SSD or you're an emulator. It's a little bit different. Okay, I'm making it back now. So let me see if I can do it real quick. But if you have an SSD on your PlayStation 3 or you're on emulator, there's a possibility that you can perform this. Oh, actually, okay, that's not what I meant to do, but I did do something that I need to show as well. You can actually skip one entire reload. Oh. Or not. Okay, I know this can happen. Extra meme, I guess. Alright, cool. Well, okay, that's another thing that can happen. You can actually, like, randomly weird spots. I not sure that's SSD or not. That might be possible after the first reload. All right, I'll beat you back at the escape on some words. Okay, going back now. Okay, I'll try to do either one of the two things that can happen in SSD or emulator now. Try one more time, or until we get it, I suppose. I can just cut if I don't. But for my sanity, I hope I get it soon. Okay. This can happen if you have an if you have an SSD or you're an emulator. The reason why that is this is pure speculation from us in the Speed Souls community. We believe that happens because the SSD or just emulator, you know, whatever your PC processing is, if it's fast enough, is fast enough to where it will load this tunnel before you have to do that reload, but slow enough to where it'll only load it after you cross this wall, like, or this ceiling, essentially. I believe that is why, if I understand like how they try to explain it. Like, I'm guessing the hard cap is that you can load it. I don't know. It just seems like it's never gonna be too fast to where it'll like not. I don't know. maybe not. But you'll load it if you do it like in a certain angle, like to where you land. You will load it fast enough to where it'll show up the tunnel, but slow enough to where it will be after you already fall through it. So if you do it at a very specific angle, you will load this area and fall over here, because this is where you actually land physically. The reason why once you reload the whole way through works the way it does, like when you like hit the like corner and then fall down and then reload one more time, the reason why it works like that is because the way archstones work in this game. So if you don't know, archstones don't work like bonfires, right? The way they work is, or not archstones actually, just the way they load into the game, really. This has nothing to do with archstones almost. If you are a decent amount into a level, for example 2-2, if you die now, your archstone will be the one at the beginning of 2-2, right? You don't have to touch it. That's the difference between bonfires and archstones. This will just happen because you are in the level. But because Armored Spider isn't dead, depending on what happens, you will either spawn inside. If you actually die, you will spawn at the Archstone, which is behind Armored Spider. But Armored Spider isn't dead, so the Archstone isn't there. But that's why you land there. If you don't die, because you're doing reloading, the reason it happens that way is because you reset your position. Your last stable position was in this like little tunnel corner. But because you fall, you don't have a stable position anymore. So if you reload one more time, the game will be like, oh wait, you don't have a stable position, so we put you in the sky, you keep falling, and for whatever reason reloading one more time will just put you in 2-2, but just after Armored Spider. So you don't actually have to fight it, you'll just be like basically here. I hope that made sense. It is a little technical, I suppose, but like, I mean, I'm not super versed in the very technical like coding, at least to like the, I don't know, I'm not that technical of a person, but I feel like if I can understand, hopefully I can understand the way you understand, explain the way you understand. So yeah, that's why it works like that. Anything else I need to discuss as far as archstones and stuff, positions? I don't think so. But yeah, so that's the reason why we believe in Speed Souls, that SSDs and just emulator allows you to do that. In hard drive, I don't believe it's possible. I've never gotten it. I don't think anyone has. I found this, by the way. No, I actually didn't find it. I'm just kidding. I mean, I was the first one to encounter it in a long time. I think it was Sandstone that I counted one time before, and someone noted that once I brought it back to this Discord's attention. And I think we identified that the similarities were we were both on SSD on console at the time. So just virtue by that, I think that is true. If it wasn't such a pain in the butt to like switch back to the hard drive, I would maybe test it. But so it seems like a feasible theory. I don't know if we can do it in hard drive. I don't know. Comment and I'll delete this whole video. No, I won't. But it's at least easier to do. Is what I'm trying to say, because it actually is easier to do this on emulator than it is on SSD console. I found personally when I was practicing for GDQ, like I was practicing a bunch of things like on emulator, but I found that I had a hard time doing it in SSD on console. So maybe it is possible, but just very, very hard. I will try to display the one thing I was trying to show before one time, but if not, it's actually not a big deal. I can just kind of describe what happens. So I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, we're back here. I will try to do what I want to do one time. Okay, so the thing I showed last is very quick RTA, obviously. But this might be the fastest IGT. Oh, I did it! Oh! Okay, that's what I want to show. You can actually skip one entire reload if you just... I lied. Okay. Okay, I lied there. But it is very similar to that. What happens, Can I show this on a soft lock? Oh, no, I died. Okay, never mind. It's very similar to that. I guess I just went too far. Actually, let me try it one more time. I'm now tempted. I just want to do it now. Okay, but as I get there though, let me just quickly finish the point I was talking about. The thing I showed before, where I just landed in a tunnel, is undoubtedly the fastest way to get through in RTA. So in a marathon, like that's what I went for GDQ. I'll try to do that, and I did do it, but I realized a little bit too late and actually did a reload. But it still saved me like minimum one reload extra or two, maybe three. Like it just depends how it goes. So it was very fast. I was very pleased that I've done it. I kind of wish I hadn't reloaded. I just waited a couple seconds more, but you know, hindsight. Anyway, so RTA, that's undoubtedly the fastest way to do it. In IGT, what I want to show now is probably the fastest because you still skip a few loadouts. I haven't gone on my way to test if doing that landing over there is faster IGT. Maybe it might be similar, it might be slower. But you do have to run a little bit more. But it may be saved by the time you have to, like, you know, run or reloads. Okay, no, I didn't do it. Okay, so all that happens, it's not too special. What happens that is a little bit faster is that in the first, like, take it back to the hard drive reload, for example. You will skip the first reload where you land on nothing. You will go straight into the one where you hit the corner. So you skip one entire reload and have to reload one more time after that, so it's only 2 reloads. That is most likely the fastest IGT method to do the spider skip. I would guess. Like the thing I did now where I land over there, the other one lands you here, so you only have to run like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get like here, right? Let me see, let me just roughly count from back here. Oh gosh. Okay, so you start here, but you'd have to wait a little bit. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 7, 8 seconds or so. So maybe marginally, but it is a little bit slow, or maybe I'm just rough estimation. No, you know, if you want to test it yourself, go for it. No, I'm not trying to claim anything here, but yeah, definitely. But so yeah, I believe that other way though would be the fastest way to do it in IGT for PB attempts. I believe Dist does it a lot in his emulator runs. At least he's tried to. Like, I don't know if he did it like in his last PB or anything, but he does do it, I believe. If he does, I will link that in the top right in the iCard. Or maybe even show it. We'll see. So yeah, that I believe covers everything about Spider Skip. Let me just quickly think about this. Yeah, I think so. The only thing that's unfortunate is that I would like to be a little bit more specific about where to like land, or like when you're out of bounds. Like I would love to be more specific about where you need to land or what angle, like references. But even I'm not, like I was saying earlier, like I have a very bad time doing this skip on purpose, especially this one. Like in a very specific way. I kind of just, while I'm running, I'll usually do it, you know, one of these ways. I just by muscle memory and by not thinking about it too hard. So I can't exactly give you references, unfortunately. I don't know. I probably should be able to at this point. I've been running for almost 2 years. This game, but almost 2 years. But I'm not the greatest at it. So just, you know, maybe make your own references. I might say something similar for Latria Skip later on in the series. Yeah, I don't like that I'm not quite giving you a visual reference like I might for like split out skips, but I mean, if you need to, maybe pause the videos, you know, go on 0.25 speed. I think I don't really like cover it with the load screen thing or the menu a lot. I hope I didn't. Like that's the best thing I can offer, I guess, or maybe just make your own references. But I believe that's it. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this is a thorough enough description of our Spider Skip, because the few I found, like I said, like they either don't really explain the skip or how it works, or they only show what happens, how to land behind the spider. And I just want to show as many as possible, you know, possible scenarios like I could. I did miss one, I guess, but like I can just edit it, I guess, into the video, or link it for this. I might not. Yeah, I don't think I'll put it in the actual video, but I'll link it. I'll link his PB and a timestamp. But yeah, so thank you for watching this. Let me see what's next after this. Flame Lurker. That was gonna be spicy. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you how I personally fight Flame Lurker and maybe a few tips here and there. It probably won't be that useful, to be honest. Like, this is still a hard fight, like no matter what. Like even if I tell you how to fight it, like try it yourself. Like just it'll be hard. There's not much I can do to just make it easier for you. I would say just make sure to like try and dupe the sticky white set before the fight, so you can have like a way to recast, because one issue is trying to, you know what, just watch the next video. I will go into all detail need to there. But yeah, so that's the next video. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying this. Hope this is helpful. I have a ton of videos still left, so keep tuning in on Mondays and Fridays. That's when I'll be uploading these, or I schedule them to upload then. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Bye bye.